Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 8th of March for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. Also, if you'd like to have a one-to-one personal consultation with me, please see the link below and check out my testimonials. And also, if you'd like to ascend above Zodiac sign astrology and embrace more serious astrology, you can do so in a very affordable way by checking out my reports. You can get 30% off a year's forecast and a character analysis combination. And again, please see the link below, all based on your time, date and place of birth. Hello Aquarius, and thank you for joining me for your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 8th of March. This week begins with Mercury, the planet of communication, distribution, the intellect, how we think, speak, communicate with others. It's still very closely allied to Jupiter, the planet of growth. Now, they were much more closely together last week, and that may have seen you in quite inspirational form, finding a spark of enthusiasm to move forwards with something that means a lot to you. And there can still be a trigger point that's helpful to you at the start of this week. And if it means heading in a new direction, trying something different, Jupiter's about higher ideals. It's about travel, but we can travel in our thinking as much in our physical reality. And Mercury, of course, in your sign is a planet which is exalted, and also it's the ruler of the second decan. So it kind of likes being in Aquarius. Some astrologers actually say that Mercury is the ruler of astrology. I think it's more Uranus, but that's the beauty of astrology. It is an art form based on maths, and that art form gives people different viewpoints. But that combination with Jupiter is certainly uplifting, to say the least. Now, this week also sees the Sun in combination with Neptune. If you're somebody who is a really major supporter of good causes, whether it's to do with wildlife, whether it's to do with ecological interests, whether it's to do with keeping the oceans clean, whether it's to do with looking out for people who may be less fortunate in a physical sense, whether it's in your own country, state, territory, or overseas, the Sun's combination with Neptune can bring out that wonderfully compassionate side of your nature. Aquarius people can be very, very kind, and that can be emphasized this week. But because Venus comes into a combination with Neptune later this week, there is the potential for you to gain financially in a strange way by your generosity of spirit. It's if you just give freely, obviously I'm not asking you to give money you don't have, but maybe you can give of your time, maybe you can give of your enthusiasm, your empathy, your sensitivity to other people's plights. But this very noble part of your nature is really going to be highlighted in a major way this week. Also, Jupiter and Venus are in a semi-sextile, and that's 30 degrees, and that's very enabling. So the individualistic things you've been doing, or the more creative things you've been investigating, those strands can also give you a reward. All this brings us up to the new moon, which occurs on Saturday. So we have the cluster, a stellium of the Sun, which obviously some would say is a luminary as opposed to a planet. The moon, another luminary, some say planet. Then the gorgeous energies of Venus, very alluring and attracting, and very sensuous in this second solar house as well, coming into contact with Neptune, the planet which can be very much to do with spirituality, but also deception. So if you are talking to somebody about a financial matter which is really much more business orientated, absolutely right to keep your feet very much on the ground. What will help you, however, is that Pluto, the planet of truth and transformation and raw power, that's actually linking in a very productive way, a sextile to the new moon. So what I feel that's giving you an opportunity to do is to dive deep, listen to your sixth sense, your hunches. Don't go against them and you won't go far wrong. So I think there is the need for a little bit of caution when Neptune's in the mix. If you took Neptune out of this array of planetary influences, I would say that your financial situation would really improve over the next month. And it's not to say that it won't. It's just that Neptune can be very tricksy. And, you know, sometimes something can look very good on paper, but may have some hidden costs, or there may be a catch, or someone may not be as committed as they say they're going to be. So the second house is very much about life's foundations. It's about our core values. It can be about consumption because it's governed by, you know, Tauran energy, which is governed in turn by Venus, which is here for you too. So your appreciation of good food and wine will definitely come to the fore at the end of this week and over the following month. And why not? Sometimes we should indulge in those calorific goodies because we do need to at times not be constantly virtuous. There needs to be some treats and rewards. Obviously with Neptune, we may be tempted to go a little bit over the top because it doesn't have any boundaries. But I feel that as long as you stay grounded and use the earth energy of Capricorn, where Pluto resides, to keep one toe on terra firma, you can manifest something at the end of this week and over the next month, which will absolutely thrill you, because Venus conjunct Neptune can, in its highest form, be the stuff of dreams. In its worst form, it can be the stuff of total deceit. So I think on the whole, it's looking very positive for you. And this is where we come in how we interpret and use the planetary energies to steer events that we can have control of by using our own free will. So generally, the planets are very, very lovely. And I wish you all the best in bringing some greater sense of security, greater sense of self-worth, greater sense of appreciation from others, which can really give you such an awesome buzz in the weeks ahead. Stay safe, take care, and goodbye.